Well, Snuffies.
Oh.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the double feature of city council meetings tonight. This is the second meeting of the evening, starting at 7 o'clock. We had one at 6 o'clock because we condensed the two meetings in December into one night of fun. So with that, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Look at Robin.
Madam Clerk, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember James. Mayor Pro Tem Leaks May.
Here.
Councilmember Mikulski.
Here.
Councilmember Polika.
Here.
And Mayor Piana.
Here. And maybe we have an excused absence for Councilwoman James, please.
I move that we excuse Councilmember James from this meeting.
Support.
We need to do another vote call on that? Okay.
Mayor Pro Tem Leaks May.
Yes.
Councilmember Mikulski.
Yes.
Councilmember Polika.
Yes.
And Mayor Piana.
Yes. Next up is the approval of the agenda. It is a riveting one tonight, folks.
I move to accept the agenda as presented.
Support.
Moved by Pollock and supported by Mayor Pro Tem Leaks May. Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Mikulski.
Yes.
Councilmember Polika.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Leaks May.
Yes.
And Mayor Piana.
Yes. Next up is electronic meeting procedures, and we actually have an update from Dan Christ, our lawyer, about what's going on with Open Meetings Act and our procedures.
Thank you, Mayor. Very briefly, with respect to the Open Meetings Act, there has been no modifications or new legislative efforts that have been successful to modify the Open Meetings Act beyond the end of this year with respect to participation, remote participation by members of the public body, with one exception. So particular members of a public body who happen to be away because of military service are allowed to participate remotely. But councils previously had allowed members to be away if they were absent because of illness. That is no longer going to be allowed. Council recalls back in June it passed an amendment to allow for the remote participation by presenters, members of staff, and also the public. And Council's resolution on that issue was largely following the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services guidelines regarding social distance efforts to try and minimize numbers within confined spaces and to attempt to create distancing of at least 6 feet between persons. Council's resolution with respect to that blended hybrid approach to participation by others than the public body members is set to expire on December 31st. The city manager has asked that I prepare a draft resolution, which I believe was to mayor and council, which would temporarily extend that blended hybrid approach. Again, it would only be applicable to members of city staff, members of the public, and presenters on issues of business that is set to be considered by council. Those groups would be allowed to participate in the public meeting remotely as they have been, as has been happening by council. So that is for council's consideration. That resolution would again only be a temporary measure. As drafted, it would allow for that blended approach through the end of March of 2022. Again, I will continue to monitor any amendments or modifications that the legislature hopefully would pass at some point with respect to the Open Meetings Act. But the approach set forth in the resolution provided to council is consistent and authorized by the Open Meetings Act, and is a measure that allows for the continued handling and balancing of social distancing while still conforming with all of the requirements of the Open Meetings Act.
Okay, so I appreciate that update. And do we need to pass a motion to approve this?
If you wish to consider it and pass it, you can pass it in its form, or to the extent you wish to make modifications of it, that would be.
Are there any questions from council on where we are? I do know that our senator and state rep have tried to push legislation forward to extend the OMA, but it didn't get traction before end of session before the holiday break, and they're going to try again. But it just doesn't look like that's going to be any promising. So it's up to council to amend our rules to make sure our residents and staff are comfortable given the next fourth COVID surge.
I would like to put forward a motion then. I move to amend the 4A. I would like to amend item 4A during the 7 p.m. session of council to approve the resolution extending council's June 14th, 2021 temporary amendment to council rules of procedure to allow electronic participation by staff, presenters, and the public at public meetings of City Council and its boards and commissions to March 31st, 2022.
Support.
Moved by Pollica and supported by Mayor Pro Tem Leaks May. Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Leaks May? Excuse me, Mayor Pro Tem Leaks May.
Yes.
Councilmember Mikulski?
Yes.
Councilmember Pollica?
Yes.
And Mayor Piano.
Yes. All right, next up is something fun for the end of the year, and it's 5A, presentation of the 2021 Holiday Lights Awards. And joining us from the Beautification Commission is Robin. Come in, Robin.
Myself. Hello there.
Hi, I can hear you, but I can't.
There you are. I really wanted to be there in person this time, since this is probably going to be my last awards presentation on behalf of the Ferndale Beautification Commission. You know, as we all know, life sometimes gets in the way and things are not always in our control. So, if you would, from my basement, I would like to share the award winners for the Beautification Light Awards at this time. So I will be sharing my screen.
Thank you, Robin. We're sad to see you go from presenting. Can't always be a Golden Globe presenter, I guess, hey?
You know, I'm more than happy to allow this to go to someone else. So, on behalf of the Ferndale Beautification Commission, the Holiday Lights Award winners, we have, I can get to my next slide here. Oh, back up. Northwest, this house actually, the front sits on Livernois, I believe, but its address is 419 West Drayton, and it is really lovely. You have to, all of these houses, you really need to go by and look at them in person, because the pictures absolutely do not do justice for them. This house belongs to Catherine and Robert Bowles. And they've done a wonderful display, simple lighting, a very simple color scheme in red and white, and it's just absolutely wonderful. In the Northeast, we have 3324 Grayson. This house is owned by William and Mary, sounds like a college, Davies. You know, we divide Ferndale up into 4 quadrants, not only to make it easier, but also so that, you know, comparable neighborhoods are being compared to each other. and they have done a really wonderful job with the decor that they placed in front of their home. So thank you, William and Mary. On the southwest side, it's not so much their front yard, but they have literally extended their lights all the way down the side of Leroy at 390 Leroy. This particular house is owned by Daniel Homan and Isabel Heyman Homan. And it's so much fun to walk through, and Ferndale's most famous dog can be pictured here going through the tunnel, celebrating the holidays. This photo absolutely does not do it justice. You have to go. It's an interactive electronic display. We had hoped that we were going to have video to show you, but the video file was so large it would not play on PowerPoint. So, if you would be so kind to visit 365 East Hazelhurst and check out what Justin, Amber, and family, and their last name is Zekshevsky, have done with their house. And I know Laura can vouch for the fact that this absolutely does not even remotely show you what is there. It's set to music. It's an electronic display that moves with the music. Absolutely phenomenal. Also, we would like to remind you that returning for New Year's Eve, you can sign up for a luminary kit, a night of light and hope, from the Ferndale Beautification Facebook page. It's contactless pickup just a few days before New Year's. Watch for the Ferndale Parks and Recreation and Ferndale Beautification pages for announcements regarding this. And go and sign up on our beautification page to be able to get your luminaries. And at this time, I would like to stop sharing my screen and just say how much we would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and thank you all for your support through the year. It's been a wonderful 7 years, and I really appreciate having been allowed the opportunity to serve as the chair of this commission. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Robin, and thank you so much for your service on this commission and bringing your humor and smile and different perspective to all the programs and that the beautification has put on over the years and the awards. We're going to miss you every month, seeing your face, but I know I get to see you in person all the time. So
absolutely.
Thank you again, and happy holidays to you and to the entire Beautification Commission.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, folks, that was the extent, really, of our meeting tonight. We have next is call to audience. There's no consent agenda item, and there's no regular agenda items, but we do have call to audience. So I'm going to open up call to audience for folks in the chamber, which there are none, and anybody who may be on Zoom, who is a blue hand raiser, who would like to say anything. I think people are spending a lot of time with their families and shopping and getting ready for a break. So with that, call to audience is closed. We have no public hearing, no consent agenda items, regular agenda. And now we're on to call to council, starting with the city manager department updates.
Through the chair, I left 2 hours of updates from staff. And your first 20 minutes, we're going to lead off with Dan Antosik, the city's DPW director.
Hi, good evening tonight, Mayor and Council. So updates tonight are in regards to curbside waste and recycling pickup. There will be no delay in pickup this week and next week. Pickup will go on everyone's regular scheduled day, seeing how the holidays fall on a Saturday this year. In addition to that, real Christmas trees can be put out at the curb for pickup with the chipping service. Residents will just need to make sure they're not in a bag, they don't have lights on them still, or a base or anything like that. and they will get picked up on your normal service day of the week. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great holiday and looking forward to seeing everyone in 2022.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Next, Dan 2, our HR director. Nope, never mind. That's not a nope. Okay, take that back. CED director, Jordan Torrey, can you go next?
Thank you, Joe. A couple quick announcements from CED. We are filling some positions that have been vacated recently. We are looking to have our newest planner start on January 3rd, filling the position vacated when Aaron Patel departed. We have applications open until December 26th for the position vacated by Justin Lyons' departure. We're looking to fill that position by early February, so we'll be at full strength once again. Plan Ferndale is also going to be hosting office hours for the community every Thursday in January, starting January 6th. You'll have 2 opportunities to join us for 2 hours to just talk about anything under Plan Ferndale that you want to talk about. If you didn't get a chance to participate in any of the meetings previously, staff will be on hand for 2 hours, 10:30 to 12:30 and 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. every Thursday in January, starting on January 6th. If you go to planferndale.com, we're going to be posting information there on how to join those meetings. But we'd love to have people drop in and answer any questions that you have, take in any ideas, any feedback. We want to hear it all, and we want to make sure it makes it into the plan. So that's all tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Next, we have Parks and Recreation with Director Lorena Wheeler or Deputy Director Lisa Bryant.
Good evening. This is Lisa Bryant speaking. I would like to, first of all, thank the police, fire, and DDA for assisting with the Santa Parade this year. I think the residents really enjoyed the Santa Parade and coming out to Schiffer Park for some marshmallows and everything. I would also like to announce that we received the MDNR grant, $141,000 for Wilson and $68,000 for Martin Road. So we got those grants before the end of the year, and we are happy to announce that. And that is it from Parks and Rec. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. We have both chiefs in the hizzy. So Chief Emmy, you're up at the mic. Why don't you begin?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I want to start with, I want to thank you for your support over my first year in the role of Chief of Police. It's been a humbling experience. It's been a challenging year. Our department has rolled over 25% of its staff, which is an incredible feat, and it's a lot of change. We couldn't do it without the HR department. They really support us throughout the process. It's been a challenge, a lot of really challenging experiences over the first year, and your support has been steadfast through it, and it doesn't go unnoticed to my staff, and I appreciate it. I wanted to touch on, give a shout out to a couple members of our staff. Officer Allison Shank and Sergeant Danielson instructed the entire Ferndale School District in active shooter response. They put this this presentation together on about a week's notice, and they did a fabulous job. I sat through the presentation myself, and I've never seen a finer, more professional presentation. So my hat's off to my staff. I want to wish everybody happy holidays and happy New Year. Hopefully we all come back recharged and rested after the new year and ready to get back at it. But thank you.
Good. Chief Robinson.
So for me, I just really want to tell everybody happy holidays, and thank you, similar to Chief Emmy. I haven't quite got to my year yet, so the big joke is I'm still on probation. You guys got 2 more months to make your decision about me. But my firefighters are reminding me that I got my 1-year test coming up. But, my firefighters, I will say that I'm amazed by the men and women you guys have serving your community, because being down personnel
They dig in, they drive in, they make sure, I don't think anybody in Ferndale has noticed a hiccup in their services. And they're just really filling the gaps while we onboard these new people. We do still have 4 people in process of onboarding, and we are doing recruiting. 2 programs are underway, and we're hoping to get the other 4 positions filled after the first year. And the support of the city, and like you said, HR has been amazing. So we appreciate everything that you guys do for us and all the support, and we look forward to 2022.
Thank you, Chief. And finally, our Finance Director, Phil Whitfield.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Phil.
Good evening.
I just wanted to touch base with everybody about the status of the current audit engagement. Last week, we had to file an extension with the state because the audit at this point is not complete. We did finish the lion's share was the actuarial evaluations were not completed. So that was done as of Friday. So now everything is in the hands of Manor so they can do their review. Unfortunately, it was not ready for today's council meeting, which is why it was removed from the agenda. But it has been pushed to not August. I don't know where I got August from. Got lots of stuff. January. January. Again, the filing extension covers us for 30 days. And again, we should get approval on that in the next day or so, knowing that that's been done. And right now, I'm just pushing Manor to get the rest of the audit done.
Thank you, Phil, and I'll finish off. Just want to wish council and the community our sincerest happy holidays on behalf of your government staff, and I want to wish all of my staff joy, some peace, and health, and rest and relaxation. You've all had a tremendously challenging 2 years, and it continues to go, and as Chief said, I hope you get the refreshment you need, and we'll come back invigorated in 2022, and let's cross our fingers for no severe storm events for our public works officials. Happy holidays.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you, everybody on the departments. We will now move on to call the council with council members, and I'm just going to go left to right, starting with Councilman Polika.
Okay. All I have is my best wishes to staff, to my fellow council members, and to all of Ferndale. Whether you're celebrating Hanukkah or Christmas or solstice or Festivus for the rest of us, I just want to wish you all a wonderful holiday. And I look forward to 2022. It's going to be a very, very exciting year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Nothing new tonight other than I'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy holiday season. I hope everybody comes back like the Chief Emmy said, invigorated and refreshed, because we have a lot of work coming up, and I look forward to what 2022 has to bring. So enjoy your friends and your family, and be safe, and have a wonderful time together. Safely, though. Safely.
Thank you. Councilwoman Mikulski.
2 items. So I wanted to remind residents that there's still time to participate in the survey for Wilson Park. You have tonight and a little bit of tomorrow. Please get your survey results in by the end of day tomorrow. And lastly, we have a number of board and commission opportunities available. Applications are accepted from the 1st through the 15th of each month. Please go to ferndalemi.gov/resources/boards and commissions. You will see a ton of vacancies there. And happy holidays. I'm not much of a holiday person, but happy holidays anyway. Enjoy, be safe.
Thank you. And finally, for me, I just had a couple. I wanted to congratulate Senator Jeremy Moss for being elected as the 2021 Democratic Legislator of the Year by MERS News. He's been recognized for his advocacy on LGBTQ equality, open and transparency with our state government, which is the least transparent state government in the U.S. We rank as at the bottom. and just short-term rentals and affordable housing. He's really been a champion of our needs in the city of Ferndale. I'm so grateful that he's a partner on our side, because we really needed to rely on him, and I've needed to rely on him as a mayor this past year to get some things done. And finally, there aren't going to be, I don't think, any COVID safety protocols pronounced by the governor or county, but it's really up to us to exercise safety with our families and ourselves. And with the COVID cases going up, and the I always say it wrong, my husband makes fun of me, Omicron, it really does sound like a Marvel movie, bad character. I can't remember any of those movie names either, so it makes sense. But that we really just need to make sure that we're wearing masks in public. I'm encouraging people to mask up, because we just don't know this new variant, and time will tell. But I know of quite a few people who are getting sick with COVID, mild symptoms, but it's still spreading, and we need to be safe. And our cases in Ferndale for our zip code for Oakland County COVID tracking were in the 300 range. Friday we were at 376, and now we're at 328, but I don't expect it to go down over the next 2 months. So I'm staying aware and being cautious, and having conversations with friends and family about what they are comfortable doing and not doing. And I know we're all about figuring out what is the best pathway for each of us to find normalcy in our lives and make sure that we are interacting and connecting, but also about remaining safe. So with that, I want to wish everybody a happy holiday and spend loving time with your friends and family. Unwind if you can, and find moments of peace at home and whatever you do to think about the great things, and thinking about what 2022 carries for all of us. Because like Councilman Pollica, I am hopeful and optimistic. We create our future, and it's within us to make sure that we stay positive and focused, and be the light in the darkness when it comes to your home or your family or community. And that's what I plan to do. And just so y'all know, what I do between Christmas and New Year's is read books, but I also try to watch all the nominated Golden Globe movies. So that's what I will be doing during my period of time off. So with that, everybody, have a great holiday. I'll see you around town, and see you next year. Thank you.
See you next year.
Recall.